Just a second here. Let me see what I can do. No, I don't have stuff done here. We got one person. Come on here, do my first on the YouTube. So throughout the whole thing, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, leave them down below. I'm gonna try to respond to them. Hello, Rebecca. How are you? Ozarks. And then I looked at the time. I was 5 o'clock. Better get on. It's our new packing shed there for the blackberries. Right there, we just built that. We had a few Mennonite boys help us out there. They actually did the whole thing. So it's going to be a carport. We're building our water house and everything over there. The fertilizer injectors, everything is going there for the blackberries. We still need to dig the whole entire, all the header line for the irrigation. But I cleaned up a row here early on for the blackberries. So these are here, the blackberries. Let me see if I can flip this camera around, Dewey. Let's see here. Alrighty, so like crazy, but the grass, what happened, the grass grew super tall here and then they fell over the rows here, so I'm out here. And what I have to do here now, like on these ones, these are the blackberries, so I had to come through in here and just kind of like do that and step on the grass here to kind of clean up the row here. Just like that. And then it just takes, we have 22 rows out here, so it's going to take a long time to do that, but hey, got to do it. So if you guys have any questions throughout the whole thing, leave them down below and try to get you guys hooked up here, maybe. I don't know. And like I mentioned earlier, we're opening the U-pick for the garden, the outside garden. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the tomatoes out here. So the tomatoes, as you guys can see here, they're starting to wrapping up, and we're doing the U-pick like I mentioned. Everybody loves the U-pick on the tomatoes, and then we got the squashes and vegetables over there too. But you know, we did this cucumbers, probably 10 bushel cucumbers total, and the watermelons. I did open up a watermelon the other day, and it was pretty good. I mean, for the first time for me growing watermelon, it was absolutely pretty good. You know, I just thought, you know, next year if everything goes good, I might just grow a bunch of them, like about a half acre or so, and then plant them. But I got crazy, and the weeds kind of took over. So yep. So one of the reasons I want to do this live here is because I've been working on a few things, and some of the things I've been working on, I'm working on I got my brother Adrian. He's actually a graphic designer, and he's actually working on making me a website, so you guys could and eventually I would like to deliver my first merch. What's going on here? So eventually I would like to start selling merch, t-shirts, clothes and stuff, hats. And these hats that we have here, these are for the Orchard, Gardens Orchard, our company name here on the farm. And some of the logos and some of the ideas were, we were messing around with some shirts early on and some designs. And I think I'm sticking to Real Farmer by Farmer Dre. It's going to say Real Farmer. And then we will do you know, have merch, shirts, hats. And I was thinking about, you know, someone like, if you guys heard of the brand, I'm going to do the same thing, but Real Farmer. So Real Farmer, it's been in the works for quite some time, and we even thought about doing the Real Farmer thing even before we got started, even before my channel got started. We were going to do that with the Orchard, but then it never got planned out. Nobody ever did anything. So I just, you know, I was like, you know what? Why don't I just start something like that? So you guys stay tuned for that. We're gonna have t-shirts and hats probably by the end of this year, and I'll have a website up and ready. I'll let you guys know my videos, a website that I'm gonna release, farmerdre.com, and I'll the affiliate links and all the other good stuff there, and then do like a blog style there on my website. And then I'm gonna do the videos every 3 days a week. So another thing I want to mention here is that I'm starting school next week, August 19th. So I'll be going full-time. I'm taking 15 credit hours there at Missouri State. So I won't be able to, I'm going to try to post 3 days a week, but it's probably going to be a little harder for me to do that stuff and actually learn. So for me, you know, I'm going to try to upload and get you guys in tune what we're doing here on the farm, but we will have to see how many videos I do upload every day and, you know, or every week. I'm going to try, if I got to do 2 in a row, I'm going to have to. So I had a comment here early on. Let's see if I can find it. Tell us what the next 5 years looks like for the orchard. So the next 5 years for the orchard, in the way I'm looking at it, I want the blackberries to be full production. The high density is going to be full production and producing about 2,000 bushels to the acre. So the high density before production, and do at least 5 or 6 acres of strawberries, even it's gonna be, even though it's gonna probably be some commercial scale strawberries, but do that. And then some strawberries, full production blackberries, get our apple cider, commercialized and start doing a lot of the wholesaling of that, and just finish planting block 3, the rest peaches in block 1. I'm gonna have to mention that we lost a lot of trees to do to San Jose scale this past year, but it's just we got to replace that probably spring of 2020 with high density apples. And actually, I forgot to mention, I haven't mentioned this in any of my videos yet, but right where I'm standing right here, right where the vegetable garden is right there, where we actually just ordered 10,000 strawberry plugs. They're coming the first week of September 15th. 10,000 strawberry plugs, which are actually going to plant right here. And we're going to lay down the black plastic, the plastic molds, drip irrigation. That's why we're working on that water house, the irrigation house, the shop there that the Amish boys helped us out. And we're going to actually plant 10,000 strawberry plants here in a month from now. So we got to start working the soil now, but it's just go, 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 go nonstop. So yeah, more people coming on. What's up? What's up, Danny? Or Daniel, Mark, what's going on? John Summers, Emmanuel from California. Thanks for watching. Jennifer. Yeah, the more the better, I say. So if you guys have any questions, let them go down below. Let them down below. Like I said earlier, I was doing the blackberries. I was reading the blackberries, and then yep, 5 o'clock hit, and I was like, oh man, I better get out here. So yeah, it's hot out here today. I don't know, it's probably close to 100 degrees. Humidity is high, but that's how it is in Southwest Missouri. That's what we expected whenever we came out here first time. So that's the plans. Still going on the question about the next 5 years of the orchard. Hopefully, we're working on a high tunnel. I guess I go drive out there and let you guys know I got the 4-wheeler and the push mower back here. I was gonna go push mow the blackberries, but we're working on another high tunnel. We beat in the end walls on the blackberries on the high tunnel. End walls on the high tunnel there, and we're working on putting the bows and trusses together. So let's see here. So what are you guys growing in the winter? So in the winter time, we really don't grow much. We might grow some greens inside the high tunnels there. And, all 3 of them. We might do some lettuce and spinach. But in the wintertime, we're pruning all the trees, so we get really busy pruning. And we work so hard in summertime. I just want to take off, not do much in the wintertime. It gets dark around 5 o'clock here in the wintertime. Mid of January. So we just like to take it easy, prune the trees and not do too much. But we still got a lot of stuff in the wintertime to do. But this winter we'll have the actual strawberries to take care of, and throughout the winter, and then just maintain everything else here on the farm. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of time to hunt this this fall. Bow season in Missouri starts September 15th, so that's the same day we got to plant all the strawberries. So I probably won't go out opening day, but I'll get some hunting stuff. Even though I don't really like to hunt in September because it's too hot, and to be out in the tree stand dying heat, sweating. About the 1st of October is the perfect time to go. And 3rd week of November, rifle season starts for here in Missouri. So it's just getting stuff done, I guess. What is your favorite thing? What is your favorite thing to grow? So far, my favorite thing is probably, I don't know, I'm a big fan of growing apples for some reason. Apples, even though they're not the best money maker that we do here on the farm, apples are just, I guess I just love doing it. It's easy, it's satisfying, I guess, because it's such a long process. At the end of the day, whenever you get done with the apples, it's like, wow, I did that. It's very satisfying. So let's see, bear season starts this Saturday. Nice. So you're gonna go hunting, bear hunting. That's right. I never had a bear, so you probably got to send some my way. Address is I should probably put my address in the description. If you guys ever want to send me anything, just let me know, and I'll send you guys some good stuff, So, yep. Growing some watermelons. I actually have some watermelons. I want to show you guys. I actually harvested one today, actually, and it was a crimson. It was a seeded sweet. Actually, right here, I'm going to take you guys. So, on our cucumbers, apparently some blight hit our cucumbers. So this is our rogue cucumber. As you guys can see here, the plants are dead. I've tried a few. just gonna leave those there. Just gonna till it under. Watermelons and cantaloupes are right here. Let me see. Perfect. Yeah. Here we go. The watermelons. So just little information skills here. So whenever you grow watermelon and need to know whenever they're ripe, you look at this tendril here coming off from the plant. So this watermelon will probably be ready tomorrow. And then you want to check the belly there on the bottom. So this is not quite ready yet. Like I said, tomorrow. And let's see this one here. So the tendril is completely dried up. This one should be ready to go. Oh yeah. Pick this one and take it inside and crack it open. Good old watermelon, farm fresh, crimson sweet. Then we have a couple more over here. For some reason, our watermelon didn't do too good this year because they probably didn't pollinate as well. And then we got a lot of rain. I threw some out over here, but they split open. This is a watermelon that split open here. And it just busted from the bottom, but I'm just gonna crack this open right now. How about that? See how good and tasteful this is. Yeah, well, fresh watermelon, can't beat that. Look at that, that belly is nice and white there. And I gotta do this two-handed, so I'm gonna set you guys down for a second. Don't go anywhere. And I'm gonna crack this up on the four-wheeler. There we go, just look at that, just delicious. Whee! Good old fresh watermelon. That one was ready to go. I'm gonna try to grab a bite here. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. That's some good stuff right there. Hands are really dirty, so I could just start digging in there, but. Another question here. What is your favorite season? Probably I don't know, I like spring because we get excited and stuff to plant. And we do plant a lot of stuff, and then come fall time, like, why in the world did we ever plant so much stuff? You know, I mean, I don't really have a favorite season. I just, you know, love being out here. They say if you do what you love, you don't work a day in your life. So everything we do out here, technically for me, it's not even work. You know, I just love doing it. So it's just, I don't know. I think summertime is pretty good because we're making money at farmers markets and stuff. So I mean, that seems to be pretty good. But spring, summer, fall, winter. Winter is fun because I get to go hunting a lot. Kill some deer, you know, make some good old deer jerky and stuff. So I don't know, you know, all seasons are about the same to me. So, yep. But like I mentioned, if you guys weren't there, I am working on the website. Me and Adrian are working on that, and it's me, farmerdre.com. It's not released yet, but we're going to go ahead and release that. And then we want to start doing some merch, selling our Orchard brand, the hats, and then Real Farmer by Farmer Dre. That's going to be my, I guess, my new logo, or, you know, just, I always do Farmer Dre back at it. That's kind of my deal, just full of ideas. And me and my brothers were always full of ideas, so it's just got to go non-stop. Yep. If anything else, I don't know. I'm trying to wash my weight, so I don't really go in the bakery much. But I guess I can show you guys the bakery. Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and take you guys for a ride here on the four-wheeler. Yeah, the bakery. My sister's, if you guys don't know, my sister Aurora, she's a pastry chef. So she makes all kinds of good stuff for us, for the farm, and we sell it and stuff. So gotta love farm fresh pastries, and the stuff that we sell here on the farm, we actually make. She processes it, makes them in the bakery, like the blueberry cream Danish. And she makes her own cream cheese and stuff. So got the fancy four-wheeler. Probably gonna go out there and show you guys the high tunnels and the bakery. I can take you guys in the bakery. How about that? See what the girls are doing. Taking the 4th drive. I guess I could talk about our apple crop a little bit. I'll just stop right here real soon. These are our Suncrisp apple, what you guys see here. I'm going to talk about the Suncrisp and some of the problems we've been having with this variety in particular right here. So, as you guys can see here, let me see, I've been spraying these pretty hard, but right here, what you guys see in this tree right here. This is called brown rot. And if you guys watched my video, last video about spraying trees, you guys listened to this already. But you know, the brown rot, it's a bacterial disease, and there's a lot of fungicides, and you know, we've been spraying on that. But these trees are they're getting all in an age, and they're very susceptible to this rot. And they say if you add some calcium, it helps prevent it. But at the end of the day, you know, we try to do everything we can. But overall, as a good crop, the apples are looking very good. And we're actually opening galas, and then what we can do is we just prune off. Yeah, we're going to start the U-pick on the tomatoes in the vegetable gardens tomorrow, and then the U-pick for the gala apples on Saturday. Saturday is going to be our first day on the galas. And yep, we hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel. Yeah, I really do appreciate all you guys being there. So U-pick on the galas on Saturday, and then we're opening the vegetables tomorrow. So I guess I could just drive out there and show you guys our gala apples, show you how the crop looks, and all that good stuff. So let's see here. That watermelon's leaking everywhere, so I don't know. Might take them in the store here real quick. So this is where we're replanting these next year, all high density apples. We're planting probably some newer varieties. Like we might do some Evercrisp, but we'll see if they have a royalty on those. Shop, barns, taking you guys all the way back here to the gala apples, the ones that are opening to U-pick on Saturday. And the rot on the galas haven't been that bad this year, but you know, it's still pretty terrible. Not as bad, but you know, we do watch out what we spray with the PHIs, pre-harvest intervals, so we could actually prevent that stuff from happening. So got the galas and Jonathan's right here. So here we go. We're in the gala block now. These are all. Here we go. These are our galas opening for U-pick on Saturday morning. So as you guys can see here, they're starting to the ground color on them is starting to turn yellow like that right there. So make sure they are ready and ripe to go. So there is some more off the tree here, but the galas this year hail the spring, so these are some nice good sized apples here just falling off the tree. And there's that rod again, and this variety right here is Grand Gala, so that variety right there is very susceptible to the brown rot. But you know, it's just you can't always have the best perfect apple, you know, or whatever. So it's just trying out these are Royal Galas. See ya, John. Stay tuned next time. Real good, real sweet. The seeds are black in there, so just a second here to chew this stuff up. So whenever you want to know an apple's ripe, you can either just look at the ground color there, but what you can do is just crack the apple in half. And then if the seeds are brown or dark brown or black, then the apple is ready to go. So galas, yeah, probably my favorite variety. Real good, real sweet, good stuff. So, I mean, you could have very good this year. We pruned them a different method me and Adrian did. And just look at that. Jonathan's are looking very good. Jonathan is a medium-sized apple. So these will be ready the first week of September, give or take. And then we have a lot of the rust problems this year from a lot of rain, a lot of moisture. And then what you guys see over here, this is fire blight. Right here, as you guys can see here, the dead limbs. So what happens, fire blight's a bacteria disease transmitted through the air, through the wind. But the honeybees actually transmit fire blight more than anything. So the way to prevent fire blight is to, you know, cut out the cankers and stuff in the wintertime. So next year, we're going to have to cut out this whole entire branch up here because the whole branch is dead. So cut that whole thing out, and then we will get it all, you know, try to prevent spread some antibiotics. Okay. See you, Daniel. You have a good one. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I understand. Got to go back to work. I'm technically supposed to be working out there in the field of blackberries, but got to do what you got to do, you know, got to support the YouTube. So, yep. So, anything about apples, let me know. Try to answer a few questions here, you know. The more the better, I say. Yeah, Jonathan's looking very good. And these are some, these Jonathans right here, we planted them 4 years ago. So this is the second time we let them crop. But just look at the size of these. Just massive. I got a huge hand, so it's just massive. Jonathan, training them to the open center here. So we're just trying to replace, some of the dead trees, older trees there. In between them, kind of replace them. But these trees here, they're give or take 15 years old. And then, hopefully whenever these grow full and grown, most of the commercial guys, whenever they plant, apples and stuff, they just plant the whole block. If any die out, well, they just kind of leave it be. And, whenever the 15, 20 years later, they just push everything down and then replant. So for us, we just, we bought the orchard 6 years ago, and we just kind of did it out of knowing nothing, and we're getting it done. So perfect. Any more questions or any question that I missed? Central Florida, that was John. Let's see. Yeah, Farm Repo, Rebecca, Aurora. Yep. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's someone. I have no idea. It turned off. David, what's going on, man? How you been? Yeah, YouTube channel's been growing. I haven't been complaining. The more I just keep doing, consistency is key. Yeah. In 3 days, I started my YouTube channel back in February, and we're at about 1,091 last time I checked. So if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like this video, like this live. So I'm just out here in the Gala block, David, showing them the apple crop looking very good and healthy this year. Minus, I talked about some rot problems, but it is what it is. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer them as good as I can. So just doing it. And then some of the things me and Adrian we bought the drone. If you guys saw one of my videos, you guys saw the drone footage, and then I got a GoPro and just upgrading to better and bigger and better use of tools and stuff. Will the high density system grow about how tall? So I'm just gonna. And what's going on, Nate? Farmer Nate back at it. There he is. Yeah, go follow Nate G. He's my cousin on the Instagrams. Yeah. Farmer Nate is in the house. I'll be careful. I'm trying to shift and drive at one time. Yep, driving to the high density now. Alrighty, so the high density. So the high density apples at full maturity, they're gonna be 10 foot tall. So, they're going to reach the top. We got to put some wires up here. They're going to reach the top wire. And the reason we only want them at 10 foot tall, because it's going to have a uniform tree structure. The tree wall is going to be 10 foot. And then we're going to cap it at 10 foot, and the tree's not going to grow any more vigorously. It's going to produce more apples and wood. So on Monday, my last video I came through and killed it off with some more of that weed killer. And killed off all the grass here in between the rows I've been growing. Then we got the nine rows here of the 900 apple trees of the high density here. So perfect. How many acres you guys have there? So the acre sits on 20 acres. So we have 14 different varieties of apples and 14 varieties of peaches. And then we have 13 acres right next to us where we run all the high tunnels. Some of the high tunnels are on there. And then we run 10 head of cattle. And then my brother Val, he actually owns where the blackberries are. He owns the 10 acres over there. So it's 43 acres in total. So it's just, and then we own 5 acres right off our main highway, because our farm is actually a half-mile off the highway, but we own 5 acres down there. That's where we have our produce stand off the main highway, and then we sell a lot of peaches and produce and tomatoes and stuff throughout the summer over there. So it does pretty good for us. So 48 acres in total, but 43 acres of the farm here. So it's just, you got to get it done. We're just trying to fulfill everything. Whenever we first bought the orchard, that back block 3 down there was pretty much empty. So we replanted with peaches, and then we got to finish off peaches, and then we're got this high density. So on this high density here, I'm going to show you guys some of the growth that we've seen since the first of the year. So it broke bud right here back in the spring. And then as you guys can see here, look how much growth we've seen. That's close to about a foot. And the goal for the high density is to reach the top wire by the end of the second year. And hopefully in the next few weeks, after we get the blackberry trellis done, we are gonna come through and finish putting off these next wires. Here it's 7.5 feet and 9 foot tall, so we could actually start training them so they could be straight, because right now they're kind of lagging. But this variety, this is so we got Jonagol, Liberty, we got Fuji, Pink Lady, Granny Smith. So the Fujis tend to be very vigorous varieties when it comes to the high density. So as you guys can see here, the pros say whenever you get done, whenever you tie the tree below horizontal, it's not going to grow long ways anymore. And as you see here, this very vigorous variety, so it's starting to grow up again. So, and I'm going to show you guys on this one right here. This is a Liberty apple that we've, let me see, a leader that we tied down here, if there's any. Maybe. Here we go. Found a few. So this variety is not as vigorous. So as you can see here, it hasn't grown ever since we tied it down. It hasn't grown much. It hasn't grown that way much. But on the Fujis, they just, and here's a better example right here. So what happened whenever we tied the leader down, the feather, it actually made a fruiting bud on that side. So the tree's thinking that, I'm going to start doing the reproductive stage after the summer solstice, and it became the reproduction. We're going to have an apple there next year. But on these Fujis, as you can see here, they're very vigorous. So instead of producing more fruiting buds, it just gave out more shoots to grow. So I probably got to talk to one of the specialists in the area and ask him what we should do. But the Liberties, they're a vigorous variety, but whenever you train them down to the good training system, they do very good. So can peaches be grown on high density? You can. There's a few methods, but the only reason they don't do it commercially is because there's not a dwarfing rootstock for peaches yet. They're still working on that, and I heard they had a success at Penn State, but they haven't really released it. They're still doing a lot of trials and stuff on it. But I have a feeling once they come out the dwarfing rootstock on the high density, thousands of acres in the United States are going to go under high density. So I was talking to one of our farmer friends out of Kansas. He has 15 acres of high density apples. He started about the same time we did. And what he has been doing on peaches, he's been planting the peaches 7 feet apart and then laying them down like a UFO system on cherries. So what you do, like say you plant the tree, but you lay it down at a 45-degree angle, and then you train the trunk, the main stem, to the bottom of the wire, and then you leave 3 main shoots coming up every, so you plant them every 7 feet apart, and then 3 main shoots in the even. And the only downfall of that is that it's not on a dwarfing rootstock, so the trees tend to grow 15-16 foot in the air on the trellis system. So that's the only downfall. But he said he has to leave about 20 feet between each row, but then it's a lot easier to actually grow and maintain the high density system compared to the traditional orchard type. So I'm going to show you guys here the difference between the traditional orchard type and the high density system. We got some Arkansas black apples here on the high density system, which we've seen a lot of vigorous growth. And here's another example of, as I mentioned here, and that's another fruiting bud for next year right there. So that's what happens whenever you tie down a leader. So this is a perfect example between high density and traditional orchard type. These are Golden Delicious apples on the M26 rootstock. They're on a dwarfing, semi-dwarfing rootstock. So we planted them 12 feet apart. So these apples are 3 years old. The Golden Delicious are. And these are just 1 year old. So hopefully you guys will see next year, whenever these start producing some, it's going to out yield the traditional orchard type, with not a problem. So it's just coming down through, and for the ones that I think I want to at this, like I mentioned in my last video, I'm just trying it out. There's not very many high density experts in this area, but I guess I'm going to be a high density expert whenever I'm done here, so or in the next few years. So these are first crop we're seeing off these right here. First crop of apples we are actually going to harvest off these let's see, off these Golden Delicious here. And this is all hail damage right there. That's where we can't control the weather, and that's the bottom line. So it's just, and this, if you guys could come through and see here, these are all fruiting buds for next year right here. So for the ones who, they're like, how do you know that the trees start coming to reproductive stage? So after the summer solstice, after the longest day of the year, the trees start, they start producing buds for next year. So that's why whenever you come through and prune them in the wintertime, you could actually predict your yield by how many bud count you have And then in the springtime, you could actually guarantee how many bushels to the acre you can have just by the bud count and by the flower count. So whenever calculating bushels to the acre on the high density system is very simple, because then you just look at the flowers and then you say, okay, I'm going to leave 20 fruit per trees, 20 fruit per tree. And then whenever you come through and calculate that by 1,200 trees to the acre, it's very simple to calculate yield. So compared to the other system, it's just, you know, you can still do the same thing, but it takes a lot longer to count, you know, one whole tree compared to the high density system. So I'm gonna walk out here to our peach block here real quick. So whenever you first purchased the orchard, this was all empty, and there we just planted peaches. These are 2-year-old peach trees. And some of the problems we've had with these peach trees is that, you know, I was talking to some guy out of St. Louis. He has, you know, he has 250 acres of peaches, and he said his peach trees in the second year, irrigated peach trees, reached 9 foot tall. And as you can see here, these are not even close. So what happened, you know, our first year not knowing what we were doing exactly, so we stored these. At the time, we still had apples in our cooler. So whenever the box of peaches came in from Vaughn Nursery out of Tennessee, we put them in the cooler with the apples. And apples release ethylene gas, and the ethylene gas killed all of our branches that came from the nursery. So in our first year, whenever we planted them, we thought we planted a bunch of dead trees. But then the buds from the bottom of the tree above the graft union, you know, they budded out. So that's why a lot of these trees are still alive here. So these are technically 2-year-old trees, but they're just 1-year-olds in my opinion, because they're just now starting to grow vigorously and stuff. So next year, hopefully we could, you know, see some production off these, like I mentioned in my other videos. Like this one right here is getting, let me turn this camera around, there we go. That's about, I'm 6'4", that's just as tall as me. So this branch here, then I came through and pruned them somewhat to the open center there. So hopefully next year we'll see a whole lot more growth on these than you know, we have this year. And this year we've seen some amazing growth. But the plan for next year on the peaches is to plant the rest of this block here, block 3, probably with another 200 to 300 more peach trees back here. And I was talking to my dad, and I might actually try planting the high density peach system, at least try a couple rows out back here. But, you know, whenever you're planting that, the post costs money and everything. So, you know, it's just, you know, there's not really much research done in that system. So if you do plant a row, you know, you might be at luck, or you might just be losing money. But, you know, it is what it is. So we might just try a couple rows just out of curiosity, and, you know, have content for YouTube to do. But, you know, I wish there's a lot more orchards in our area. You know, the competition should be higher, but then we'll just learn from each other. So the rest of this block is going peaches. Then we got some more peaches on this side here. So this is all peaches here. We planted 475 trees last year on the peaches. So we have 14 varieties, and then we have a few older peach trees down there. But we're pushing those out and planting blueberries next year or 2 years from now. So it's just, you know, time to manage everything and actually doing it, and then finding good help. And it's just, you know, going back and forth. So Yep. Any more questions, comments, leave them down below. You know, just if you guys want to know more about me, about our farm, you know, just let me know. Perfect. So, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the reason I want to do this live chat is I want to tell you guys that I am opening my first, and then do different stuff, you know, teach you guys different methods and stuff. So it's just, and one of the main reasons for my channel is that, you know, whenever I first went to college as a freshman, I thought if you go to college and learn horticulture that you're gonna learn a whole lot of stuff, you know. But in college, they just teach you the theory of things. So, you know, whenever I went to college, I'm like, oh man, I got to teach some of these classes, and, you know, not to be that student, but, you know, it's just like my experience on the farm, you know, it actually helps out and it benefits me. So it's just, you know, one of the main reasons I started this channel, so I could teach you guys, or if you guys have any questions for me, you know, I'm sort of a specialist, I guess, but, you know, I just, you know, just here to help you guys, teach you guys about apples and fruit production. And I've been watching YouTube for a lot of years, and I realized that there's not many fruit growers on the YouTube. I know there's a few guys out of California who do almonds and stuff, but not very fruit production YouTubers. So, you know, right, farming channels. But that's why one of the reasons. Hey Nelly, what's going on? Yep. So yeah, any questions, comments, leave them down below. Just taking a cruise. Tree. So we planted these in our 3 years ago. These are Jonathan apple trees, which are very susceptible to fire blight. And those trees are very vigorous, but this tree here is just completely dead. Just look at that, sad day. So what you guys see here, this is a M7 rootstock. This is a semi-dwarf rootstock. So those shoots are coming from the rootstock, but we're gonna push it down and plant some other resistant varieties on there. So another question here, how bad does thunderstorms affect the orchard? You know, it goes back and forth. You know, if we get a lot of lightning and stuff, you know, I got asked that question the other day. If lightning hits these posts, what happens? I'm like, well, that's live and see. I haven't heard of lightning actually striking an orchard. I know they strike oak trees and stuff, but you know, I'm pretty sure if lightning strikes, it will just die. And thunderstorms in general, we need, you know, we get 44 inches of rain each year in Missouri, Southwest. That's our average rainfall. So we're pretty used to thunderstorms, and that's why this high density system is so much more efficient. Is because you got the protection of the trellis system. So whenever you're in full production, and you got a crop load of full of apples, you know, whenever windstorm comes, it doesn't destroy your or knock down all your fruit and stuff. So thunderstorms, lightning, you know, it's just, you know, for us, it's just, you know, we'll see when it gets here. You know, we don't really have that much experience with them, and I hope, you know, we just get plenty of rainfall. Calm. I like calm rainstorms, not really heavy ones. So I'm gonna take you guys to our high tunnels here and let you guys show you guys how the new high tunnel's coming along and all that good stuff. So high density's looking good. Weed killer works very good, and whenever we use on to come through and kill these ones. Make sure we get it to the end. Perfect. Inside of the high tunnel. This is where we're working on the other high tunnels. Go ahead and park it here. So here we go. High tunnel number 1. We got the greenhouse here. Walking in between them. So this is the greenhouse, the green part of the greenhouse here. We're getting into the greenhouse here, and then we grow most of our plants and tomato plants out of here. These are the tomato plants we started. I was hoping to plant some for the fall in the new high tunnel, but I don't think we're gonna get it done in time. So these are red deuce, some more of the same variety of tomatoes we're growing, and more tomatoes. And then this is where we planted the if you guys see my videos, you guys know the small high tunnel here. And these rows over here, I didn't have time to stake them, but we got red deuce, we got the row peppers that I failed at, but they seem to be coming back. And as you can see here, the new growth, and they're starting to set fruit there again. And then just keeping the weeds down. Then we've got a row of the Carolina Golds. And then just tables, more blackberries and stuff. So, and then that's the greenhouse portion and the small one. And I'm gonna go take you guys through the big ones. And here we go. This is the big high tunnel here. Out here in my high tunnel. So we already picked, out of both tunnels this year, we picked over 12,000 pounds of tomatoes in total. And then they're still growing and flowering. So this is, as you guys see this fruit here, this has just happened in the last, I want to say 2 to 3 weeks. More, they just keep flowering and setting fruit. So been coming through twice this week and picking them. You know, it hasn't been, the last time I picked it here, it was, I picked like 400 pounds out of this one. So they really slowed down, but they're still producing. Yeah, we have some questions here. What are all the fruit you guys grow? So we grow apples, peaches, blueberries, blackberries. We grow a lot of tomatoes, and this is another high tunnel we're working on here. We got done beating on the wall here, the end walls here, and then we blueberries, blackberries. Then we do a lot of produce, field production, the outside garden there, and that's it, I guess. Watermelons, a few cantaloupe, not really that many that we grow there. So tomatoes and peaches and apples, that's our main crops. And then the blackberries we planted this year, we'll see how they turn out next year. But yeah. What about cherry trees? So we're too far south to grow cherries because we get the spring frosts. And cherry trees, if you don't have them in a high tunnel or some protected, they always get frosted out. We do have 3 sour cherry trees, but you know, they do pretty good, but nobody really likes sour cherries that much. And I've seen some research done since I'm going to Missouri State. You know, I'm the guy in class who just, you know, I'm the nerd one who's like, hey, what about this? What about that? So I've been asking, you know, all kinds of questions, and the professors love me for that, you know. So, you know, cherries in a high tunnel work pretty good, but you know, in all reality it doesn't. So, is your hand sore from holding the camera or holding the phone? No, absolutely not. I'm a farmer. I'm tough. I'm just messing around. Don't take much that I say except about fruit production seriously, because they say I'm funny looking in real life, which I kind of am. So this is the other high tunnel, like I mentioned, working on. So what we do here is to get the bows and arches right. So what we do is we put them in between here, and then we have the W trusses. So I just got started here yesterday. So we got them across. We got the picnic tables from the front of the store, and get the bows. And whenever you do set one of these up, this is how the kit comes. So the kit just comes in bundles of metal, and then we had to put them together. And then those are the W truss bars there that are coming across. Then we just set them on here, put them all together, and then whenever we get done with all 17 of them, then we just go through. You guys will probably see a video on that, hyperlapse, whenever we get in. So most people don't realize that, but we got the W trusses here on the high tunnel, and this makes the structure of the actual structure of the high tunnel really strong and good. So, you know, it keeps it from moving. Even though I could still come over here and move it. I mean, if I pull on this real hard, the high tunnel still shakes a little, but no, you know, it's still pretty solid and stuff. So let's see. So, I mean, the guy on my last video, that was my dad. The older guy, he's a bigger man. He's got a big old belly. But, you know, that's my dad. And then I got a brother, my younger brother, and then my older brother, Val. He's, we all, I mean, I don't know what video you're referring to. But, yeah, my dad, you've seen my dad in my videos. The guy who speaks a different language. My dad was born and raised in Romania. Then in 1990, he moved to the United States. And then in 2013, we were blessed with the opportunity to actually purchase the orchard, and then ever since then we put up the high tunnels and stuff. So what other kind of produce do you guys plan on growing, planning on the future? So like I mentioned, this fall we're doing 10,000 strawberry plugs coming in 1 month, and other things like I mentioned earlier, I want to do a lot of watermelons and cantaloupes, even start doing some wholesale accounts on those, because you know that's pretty good money, and in all reality they don't really take that much energy and effort. But that's just me being very you know, not thinking. You know, me, I just whenever I get like that, I just start thinking crazy. Oh yeah, let's do 1 acre watermelon, 10,000 strawberry plugs. And my dad, he's like, are you sure you want to do that? I'm like, yeah, of course. So, you know, it's just, we want to, they say you want to specialize in what you grow, but we're in South Missouri. There's not many farms, so whatever we can grow, we usually sell out of. So yeah, the strawberries are going to be on the plastic. We're going to do the black plastic mulch. And we're going to do exactly like we do our vegetables. And we're going to do, on the strawberries though, we're going to put them every 12 inches apart, but 2 rows per bed. So that in reality, they're going to be 6 inches apart. And then we're going to do black plastic drip irrigation underneath. So that's the only way to do it in this area. And then in the fall time, you have to cover them with row covers and put the floating row covers on top, you know, hold them down. And then, because strawberries don't ever go dormant. If you guys don't know that, strawberries don't go dormant. So they technically, the terminology, they acclimate to your climate. So they acclimate, they get in cold. So then the plan is on the strawberries is to plant them on 15th of September, grow that crown grow the crown, and then in the springtime it's gonna, you know, produce its flowers. And they say 21 days after flower you should have strawberries. So we've never grown strawberries before, but we're starting off with 10,000 strawberry plugs. Hey Radu, what's going on, man? Just join my live. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. Yeah, strawberries, that's the next biggest fruit we're doing here on the farm, you know, commercial wise. So we got the high density peaches, so it's just been busy, go, go, go nonstop. So the next few weeks, yeah, I don't know what happened there. It shut off again. It's happened to me 3 times already, so I have no idea. Bad internet service. I got Sprint, so for the ones who have Sprint, yeah, the service is alright, not too good. But we live about half mile from main highway, and we get pretty good signal here, so not bad, not bad. So yeah, in the next few weeks, stay tuned for a new website coming out, and then like I mentioned earlier, I'm doing my own merch brand. It's gonna be Real Farmer by Farmer Dre. And Radu, he's a social media guy, so he just asked me talk about value-added products. So some of the things we've been working on in value-added is the apple cider vinegar we've been working on, and then the apple cider is 100% value-added. And thing with us, we want to, you know, at our the farmers markets we do, we've kind of reached a cap or a limit, and the only way to expand our business in our orchard is to do the value-added part. You know, we want to start doing a canning business here probably in the next few years, and then, you know, do the apple cider and stuff. Can you order stuff from the bakery? For now, you can go online and look at our website, gardenersorchardandbakery.com. It's usually in all my descriptions of my videos. But we don't really ship our bakery items, is because they don't really have a shelf life, because after 3 days then they start drying up and they're not fresh anymore. So the thing about our pastries is that we don't add any preservatives or anything to them, so they're nice and fresh and they stay fresh, and that's what our customers love it. So eventually we'll like to you know, have our, you know, be able to ship stuff, you know, frozen packets and stuff, but it's in the works, and everything takes time and money, you know. But it's just, you know, yeah. And more of the value-added things, you know, the canning business, we want to do, cannings and stuff like that. Do you have 4-H tours on the farm? Things of nature. Yeah, so we do a lot of the farm tours on the farm, and I guess I can show you guys our farm tour trailer. It's parked under the carport here. So we do a lot of the field trips, you know, school groups. They come out to the farm, and we do field trips and stuff. And then we show them how, you know, where fruit production comes from, and where apple comes from, and it doesn't come from Walmart. It's funny because last year I had a group of kids from just north of Branson. They're about 40 minutes. Anyways, you guys don't need a location anyways. But I asked them, so where do apples grow? And they're like, from Walmart? I was like, no, absolutely not. Apples grow here on the farm. And then what the producers do, they ship them and pack them. So this is our farm tour trailer here. So we're connected behind the tractor, and we have a New Holland tractor. It's right there. So the reason what we do is, this is where the front of them, I'm going to step over the back here. Oh, so the kids just come up here like this. And then they get on, step up here, and then they sit down here. And we made this trailer out of scrap. We actually got this trailer real dirt cheap, and it was all rusted and stuff. So we just sanded it down and painted it. And these pipes here, just letting you guys know, these pipes here were in our well for 30 years. And then we put them to good use, and we put them on this trailer. So this is our farm tour trailer. And our first few years we were doing the tours, we were giving the tours out for free. And then we didn't get that many bookings as free farm tours. But then again, after a while, we realized that we're wasting our time and money. So doing that, so we started charging, and now we get more bookings whenever we do charge, you know, for a field trip than anything else. So let's see here. Who's going to take over your channel after you? Well, till the day I die, I don't think I'm gonna take. I'm not gonna let my channel go to anything else. So, hey, Mark, what's going on? Exactly, knowledge is key. You know, knowledge and experience. You know, in my experience, you know, going to college and stuff, I've learned, you know, especially in the field of horticulture that I'm going in, it's just, you know, knowing the science behind everything is nice, because, you know, it makes more sense. But they don't teach you the production side of things. You know, like, they don't teach that you got to feed your tomatoes a lot of potassium to size up. And that's just stuff we learned in the experience and just talking to other growers. So, you know, together they combine really good. But, you know, knowledge, experience, it's really good stuff. So teaching the kids and recycling and reusing is also key. That's right. We try to be as sustainable as possible on the farm. And my brother Radu, he's actually working on a project to, whenever we make apple cider, all the pulp that's left over, all the seeds and stuff, we're actually working on making some product for dogs and animals to actually enjoy. And that's just something we're full of ideas, and we're trying to recycle as much as we can. stuff. So whenever produce and stuff gets too bad, then we just feed it to the cattle. But we just, we try to be as sustainable as possible and try to. We don't like to throw things away, because whenever you're throwing things away, you're losing money, and we don't like to lose money as farmers. So it's just, yep, farm tour. And if you guys, we do the bookings online. We used to get calls and stuff, but we just send everybody to our website, and they just do all that good stuff. So we actually already booked. We could probably got like 10 or 12 field trips already booked for this year. And the hardest part for me is I'm starting school on Monday, so we gotta look at my schedule, and I usually start about like on Monday I'm starting at 9 o'clock, so I get out at noon. So then I got an afternoon. I got tours and stuff going on, and I got to do stuff around the farm, and it's just busy. So any new merch? Yeah, like I said, Nate, we want to release my new brand. It's gonna be Real Farmer by Farmer Dre. That's the stuff we've been in our mind for a while. So just stay tuned for that. But we're working on my website, and then we will. Once the website's finished, it all takes time. My brother Adrian, he's kind of like a marketing specialist. Him and Red do, and they do all the good Shopify stores and all that good stuff. So cobblers, yes, we do make cobblers in the bakery. We peach, blackberry, and apple. That sounds really good. We do make a blackberry cobbler, an apple cobbler, and a peach cobbler separately. We haven't tried them all together. I gotta ask my sister Aurora if she would do the good stuff. And as you guys can tell here, I love food, so I ain't the skinniest person around, but I'm proud of it. Whenever you enjoy farm fresh baked goods and all the fresh stuff we do on the farm, we're pretty much living like kings, because we work on our own time. We eat all that good stuff, even though it's not the best paying job around. There's a lot of farmers in this area who they start a farm and then they realize that, hey, they can make more work than 9 to 5. But like I said, if you do what you love, you don't work a day in your life. So, and some of the reasons we did build a bakery is to have a year-round product to sell, because us as farmers, we're in season. Our season starts about May and ends about October. So there's 3 or 4 months out of the year where we don't sell anything. We don't have anything to sell, and so if we don't sell the produce we grow, we can't pay our bills. And that's what a lot of people don't realize, is that it's kind of hard to do what we're doing. But we've been blessed, and it's been a good year. So it's just we don't have to go do anything else in the winter time. We should show your desserts in Bass Pro Shops, huh? Makes no sense. Either I can't read or something. Anyways, yep. Dessert. Yeah, I could walk in the bakery real quick. Go right here around the carports and stuff. And Bass Pro Shop. That's we have the headquarters in our area. Springfield, Missouri is the headquarters for Bass Pro. So maybe that's something you're referring to. So the thing is, we don't have great phone service in this area. You guys are goods we make here on the farm, and most of the stuff from my sister Aurora, she's a pastry chef. She makes everything is made from the produce we grow on the farm, like blueberries, blackberries. Just whenever we're in season, she makes them fresh, and my mom, and they can a lot of stuff. So this is the entrance to our store. If you guys ever come out to the farm, this is entrance. Then you just come in here, it's just like this, and then you just walk in. Then we got all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, they're watching me live. So this is where all the magic happens for us in the store here. And if you guys do have farms and you guys don't have a farm store, you guys are missing out on great opportunities. So it's just, we have all kinds of good stuff. Farm fresh peaches, produce, jams, jellies, local honey. We bring in a lot of local honey. We don't have bees. This is fresh local honey for the public. So yep, and then jams, jellies, watermelons, cantaloupes, all kinds of good stuff. So alrighty, back out here in the sun. So I actually oh man, it went blank there for a second. So I want to say thanks for watching me on the YouTube live. I have to go back in the field and finish mowing off those blackberries there. And it's just the weeds are our biggest problem here on the farm. They just grow like crazy, and that's what happens whenever you get 14 inches of rain, or 44 inches of rain in 1 year. You get all the new growth and stuff, and it's kind of a pain. So that's gonna be pretty much it for today. If you guys haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like this video. If you guys have any questions or comments like that, leave them down below. And let's see here. Whoops, metal building. That's right, I walked into the metal building there, and the internet turned off. What happens in the farm fresh snow? So the farm fresh snow is only limited time only. I mean, it only, whenever we have it, and then it's gone. So whenever it's gone, it's gone. There's no going back for that. And yeah, I just walked out of the building there, losing connection there. So but I just want to say thanks for coming along with me on this YouTube live. You guys are awesome. That's right, weeds are a problem everywhere. We can't, you could use all kinds of weed killers and stuff and pre-emergence. And hopefully next year we're going to probably use some pre-emergent herbicide to actually kill the weed seed. But then again, we'll see if we ever have time to put it down this fall. So, yeah, and we'll see you next time. I do appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel. Thanks for all the support and growth we've had on this channel. And it's just, more is coming. More is waiting for you guys to come. So, see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Now, how do you turn this thing off? I don't even know how. What in the world? Oh, there we go. Stop streaming. Absolutely. What's going on here? Huh? Yeah.